I'm going to be straight with you. If you watch this video till the end, something inside you is going to shift. You won't feel the same version of yourself that you were 13 minutes ago. I'm not here to waste your time with motivational quotes or fluffy advice. This is real, this is dark, and this is exactly what you need to hear right now. 13 minutes. That's all I'm asking. Most people can't even sit through 13 minutes without checking their phone, without jumping to another video, without running back to their comfort zone, but you're still here. So let me ask you something. Are you tired? Tired of feeling stuck? Tired of watching everyone else level up while you're sitting in the same spot, making the same excuses, living the same boring loop? Yeah, I thought so because I've been there and I know exactly how it feels. Here's the thing. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why you keep sabotaging yourself. Why comfort feels safe but kills you slowly, and what you need to do right now to break free. Not tomorrow, not next Monday. Right now. I'm not a guru. I'm not some self-help influencer trying to sell you a course. I'm just someone who figured it out the hard way, and I'm going to share everything with you. No filters, no sugarcoating. Let's start with something you probably don't want to admit. You're comfortable. Too comfortable. You wake up, scroll through your phone, maybe do some work or go to class, come back, watch some videos, play some games, sleep, repeat. And somewhere deep down, you know this isn't enough. You know you're capable of more. But every time you think about changing, about pushing yourself, about stepping into something new, you freeze. You convince yourself that tomorrow is better, that you're not ready yet, that you need more time, more resources, more confidence. But here's the brutal truth. You're lying to yourself. Comfort isn't protecting you, it's destroying you. Every day you spend in your comfort zone is a day you're choosing to stay weak. And I don't mean weak physically, I mean weak mentally, weak emotionally. You're training yourself to avoid discomfort, to run from challenges, to settle for less, because facing more feels too scary. Think about it. When was the last time you did something that genuinely scared you? Not like watching a horror movie scared. I mean real fear, the kind that makes your heart race, your hands sweat, your mind scream at you to stop. When was the last time you put yourself in a situation where you didn't know if you'd succeed or fail? If you can't remember, that's your answer. You've been hiding. And the longer you hide, the harder it gets to come out. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was stuck. I was the kind of person who overthought everything. I'd have an idea, get excited for like 5 minutes, then spend the next 3 hours thinking about all the ways it could go wrong. I'd see other people doing things, creating things, winning, and I'd tell myself, yeah, but they're different. They're lucky. They have support. I don't have that. Classic victim mindset. I wasn't taking responsibility for my life. I was just blaming everything and everyone else. And you know what happened? Nothing, absolutely nothing. My life stayed the same, boring, predictable, safe, and I hated it. But I was too scared to change it, because change meant discomfort. Change meant I had to face the possibility of failing, of looking stupid, of people judging me. So I stayed in my little bubble, pretending I was okay, pretending I was just waiting for the right time. But here's what I learned. The right time doesn't exist. You're not going to wake up one day feeling 100% ready. You're not going to suddenly have all the answers, all the confidence, all the resources. That's not how life works. You have to move before you're ready. You have to act while you're still scared. Because that fear, that discomfort, that's not a stop sign. That's a green light. That's your body telling you this is important. This is where growth happens. Now let me get real with you about comfort zones. We talk about them like they're this harmless thing, like it's just a preference. Oh, I'm just more of a comfort zone person. No, that's not how it works. Your comfort zone is a cage, and every time you choose comfort over growth, you're adding another bar to that cage. You're making it smaller, tighter, harder to escape. And the worst part? You start to believe that the cage is who you are. You start identifying with your limitations. I'm not good at talking to people. I'm not confident. I'm not the type who takes risks. You say these things like they're facts, like they're written in stone. But they're not. They're just stories you've been telling yourself for so long that you forgot they're not real. Here's something nobody tells you. The person you are right now, that's not the real you. That's just the version of you that your comfort zone has allowed you to be. The real you, the person you're capable of becoming, is on the other side of fear, on the other side of discomfort, on the other side of all those excuses you keep making. So what do you do? How do you actually break out of this cycle? First, you need to understand something fundamental. Discomfort is not your enemy, it's your teacher. Every time you feel uncomfortable, every time you feel that resistance, that's your opportunity to grow. Most people run from that feeling. They distract themselves, numb themselves, do whatever it takes to get back to feeling normal. But you need to do the opposite. You need to lean into it. Start small. I'm not telling you to jump off a cliff tomorrow, but I am telling you to do one thing today that scares you. Just one. Maybe it's speaking up in class when you'd normally stay quiet. Maybe it's texting someone you've been too nervous to text. Maybe it's starting that project you've been putting off for months. It doesn't have to be huge, it just has to be uncomfortable. And when you do it, when you push through that discomfort, something magical happens. You realize you didn't die, you didn't fall apart, you survived. And more than that, you grew. You expanded your comfort zone. You proved to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. But here's the catch. You can't do it once and stop. You can't push yourself one time and then go back to your old habits. This has to become a practice. Every single day you need to choose discomfort over comfort. Not in everything, you don't have to be extreme, but in something, in one thing, because that's how you build momentum. That's how you become the person you want to be. Let me give you some examples. You know that assignment you've been avoiding because it's hard? Start it today, not the whole thing, just 5 minutes. You know that conversation you need to have, but keep putting off. Have it. Today. Right after this video, you know that goal you have, that dream you've been talking about for years, but never actually working toward. Take one action step. One. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Because here's what I've realized. The difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck isn't talent. It's not luck. It's not connections. It's willingness to be uncomfortable. Successful people, strong people, they feel the same fear you do. They have the same doubts, the same insecurities. But they move anyway. They don't wait for the fear to go away. They take it with them. And let me tell you something else. The first time is the hardest. The first time you step out of your comfort zone, it feels impossible. Your mind is screaming at you. Your body is resisting. Everything in you wants to retreat back to what's safe and familiar. But you push through. You do it anyway. And the second time, it's a little easier. The third time, even easier. And before you know it, things that used to terrify you become normal. Things that used to feel impossible become routine. That's how you build confidence, not by waiting until you feel confident, but by doing the things that scare you until they don't scare you anymore. Confidence is a result, not a starting point. You earn it through action, through repetition, through proving to yourself over and over again that you're capable. Now I want to talk about something uncomfortable, failure. Because if you're going to step out of your comfort zone, you're going to fail. A lot. And that's good. That's how you know you're actually trying. Failure isn't something to avoid. It's information, it's feedback, it's how you learn what works and what doesn't. But we've been conditioned to see failure as this terrible thing, as something to be ashamed of. So we avoid situations where we might fail. We play it safe. We stick to what we know we can do. And in doing that, we rob ourselves of growth, of learning, of becoming better. Think about it like this. Every person you admire, every person who's accomplished something significant, has failed more times than you've even tried. They've been rejected, criticized, laughed at, doubted. But they kept going, not because they're special, not because they're superhuman, but because they understood that failure is part of the process. It's not the opposite of success. It's a step toward it. So when you fail, and you will, don't let it stop you. Don't let it send you running back to your comfort zone. Feel the disappointment. Acknowledge it. Learn from it. Then keep moving, because every failure is making you stronger. Every failure is teaching you something. Every failure is bringing you closer to who you need to become. Let me tell you what's going to happen when you start living like this, when you start choosing discomfort over comfort. when you start taking action instead of making excuses, people are going to notice. They're going to see something different in you, a confidence, an energy, a presence. You won't have to announce it. You won't have to prove it. It'll just be there. And some people aren't going to like it. Some people are going to try to pull you back. They'll call you crazy, tell you you're changing, ask you why you're doing so much. And that's when you'll know you're on the right path. Because mediocre people hate seeing others level up. It reminds them of their own excuses, their own limitations. So they'll try to keep you small to make themselves feel better. But you can't let that stop you. You can't dim your light, because it makes others uncomfortable. Your growth is not negotiable. Your potential is not something you sacrifice for other people's comfort. You keep going, you keep pushing, you keep choosing yourself. Here's what I need you to understand. This video is 13 minutes, but the change I'm talking about, that's not a 13-minute thing. This is a lifetime thing. This is a daily practice. This is a commitment you make to yourself every single day. To choose growth, to choose discomfort, to choose the person you're becoming over the person you've been. And it's not going to be easy. There are going to be days when you want to quit, days when you feel like you're not making progress, days when your comfort zone looks really, really appealing. But on those days, I need you to remember why you started. I need you to remember this feeling right now, this moment where you decided you wanted more, where you decided you were done playing small. So here's what I want you to do, right now, right after this video ends. I want you to do one thing that scares you. Just one. It doesn't matter what it is. It just has to be something you've been avoiding because it's uncomfortable. Do that thing. And then tomorrow, do another one. And the day after that, another one. Build the habit. Train yourself to move toward fear instead of away from it. And in a month, in 3 months, in a year, when you look back, you won't recognize the person you used to be, the person who was stuck, who was scared, who was comfortable. That person will feel like a stranger because you'll have become someone new, someone stronger, someone who doesn't run from challenges, someone who doesn't need comfort to feel safe. This is your moment. This is where everything changes, not because of some magical formula, not because I gave you some secret trick, but because you decided that your comfort zone is no longer good enough. You decided that you deserve more. You deserve growth. You deserve to see what you're actually capable of. 13 minutes. That's what I asked for at the start. And if you're still here, you've already proven something. You've proven you're different. You've proven you're willing to listen, to learn, to change. Now take that energy and channel it into action. Don't let this be just another video you watched and forgot about. Let this be the moment everything shifted. Let's destroy that comfort zone together. Let's build something better, starting right now.